the most majestic creatures on Earth, intimately filmed like never before. Join Umba up close and personal as she nurtures and raises her new family.
How did Umba become the subject of your story? I'm always curious. Is it like, somebody knew that there was this pregnant tiger out in the,
That's exactly what it was.
You got it.
And to be honest, tigers are so difficult and there are so few opportunities to film them that we had an amazing network of brilliant Indian tiger guys on the ground who are on all these WhatsApp groups who we know from other projects. And they have been looking out for the perfect moment for us to make a tiger film. And we were after a tigress who, was pregnant in a very filmable territory, which was beautiful with meadows and woodlands and streams, and in the right national park that had where we could get good help. And it was actually quite a long list of things that had to be right. And Amber ticked all of those boxes, so she kind of wrote herself into the script by being the right tiger.
So you're basically saying tigers were on this list of films that you wanted to produce, but literally like the stars had to align in order for you to be able to.
That's precisely it. Disney first asked us to make a tiger film. I think it was 11 or 12 years ago. And we said, no way, we're not doing it. It's too hard.
We've always loved tigers, but we were like, we can't, this is like the ultimately hard, difficult animal to film.
So we said, no, park it. We'll let you know when the time is right. And we went off to make other shows about, elephants or monkeys or whatever. And then we got a call about 6.5 years ago. We got a call from our tiger guide saying, that thing you asked us, now's the time. And the stars aligned. Amber was the tigress, but other animals like Shankar come into the area, and they said, this is now. If you're going to do a tiger film, do it now. And luckily, Disney appreciated that this one was all about timing and wrote the check.
Whenever we make one of these, it's always wonderful to share it with the public, because there's always a sense of awe behind, whatever animal group we have. But I think tigers, particularly their eyes, you just fall into those eyes and you understand they're thinking, sentient, living creatures that are just magnificent.
The shot with the tiger in the cave, and at some moments, like he's actually like kicking the camera. I'm thinking the field production crew had to really almost kind of put their lives in the line to be able to place some of those cameras, especially if that's like a den for a tiger.
Well, we had lookouts, and when the tiger left, we would gauge where the tiger was. Our team would get in there, set the camera, get out, and certainly they were on radio, so if something were to happen, they could split the scene as quickly as possible. But what they were able to do, and I'll tell you, these guys out in the field are my heroes. One of the reasons I do this is because I am in awe of their talent, their artistry, their bravery, and they're the modern day explorers of the 21st century.
Between the two of you, like the amount of experience that the two of you have in this space, and you're even speaking about it now, how has the technology changed in order for you to be able to get some of those? I was noticing there was this wonderful like gliding shot, following the tigers. Obviously, I was speaking with Roy, being able to put a camera inside the cave. I mean, I was so just fascinated by what I was watching, but as filmmakers, I mean, talk to me about the technology and being able to get that taken care of.
We can put a gyro stabilized camera on a vehicle and drive parallel to the tiger. The tiger could be a long way away, but it feels close because the lens is so magnified.
And you can keep up with
and we can track with it and keep up with it. And, on a tiger which is 70 meters away, with everything stacked against you and forest in the way. But of course, the other thing that we could do, which was the real game changer for us, was to have remote cameras in places that we knew tigers would visit without us having to be there. Because whenever a person is there, it affects the behavior. Of course, you know, cats are smart. They see you long before you see them.
They just move somewhere else.
And they'll just move someone else. Or they won't necessarily move, but they definitely won't do their natural behavior. But by putting a camera by a den or by a water hole or in a riverbed, you know they're going to come down, and not being there and operating the camera with a sort of games console. So you get full camera work, like someone is there pulling focus and drifting with full camera work. But our camera work is being done from maybe 500 meters away. And that's the thing that makes a difference, completely natural behavior.
Disney Nature's Tiger, narrated by Priyanka Chopra Jonas. Available April 22nd.